Okay, if you're watching, I'm just testing to make sure you can hear me. If you can, let me know, please. Okay? Is that crooked? And again, can you hear me? Hello? It shows me one person is on. Please let me know you can hear me. I took apart an old Patriotic Wreath that I had, and I'm doing it over. Over time, a lot of the sparkly stuff fades and just looks disgusting. So I did 12-inch poofs all the way around. I did a layer of 21-inch on the bottom and 21-inch on the top. I cut some spackle tool, and I did that at 10 inches. It's 10 inches wide. So I'm going to put that on the top layer. I could be wrong, but I think I know who you are. And if you'd rather not talk, that's fine too. Don't want to do it this way. No, right up the middle. It's a 10-inch ruffle. Just want to soften the red a little. This is an older wreath, so there are only, believe it or not, six ties on the upper layer level. And I'm using this to soften it. This is the spackle tool that you can get at AC Moore. Okay, this is going to be my centerpiece. It's actually a little watering can with some carnations in it, and that's going to go right there. So, just trying to decide what I want to put in there. Just a wreath redo. these are carnations, and then I have some baby's breath. Thought I had one more. Guess not. I don't know, that's something I might add to it also. Again, this is just a redo because it really looked awful. Over time, all the glitter fades. So, I'm going to go ahead and put our watering can in place. I'll find the bottom of the wreath. This is the bottom. Put some of the great baby's breath in with the carnation and tie it down. Again, it's just a little flower to soften the color. Say hello when you pop on. I'm redoing a wreath that I had, changed it up a little. There's 21-inch mesh at 10-inch poofs, top and bottom layer. Red, white, and blue. I just add in some carnations to the top. And this is an old work wreath. Hi, Jessica. Can you hear me okay? If you don't mind sharing, I'd really appreciate it. Actually, I don't want that in with the white. We want that in with the other colors. Thank you. Thanks. Over time, a lot of this stuff really fades bad. So I took out all the sparkle stuff, added this tulle mesh, this snowball tulle mesh to the top layer just to soften the red a little. So you would see the red flowers, the blue and the white better. There's actually a metal watering can in the middle, and I have flowers inside that. It's got a little spout over here, which I think I'm going to try and get this on there, the sparkle stuff, to make it look like, you know, it's shooting out of the watering can there. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of, it just looked disgusting the way it was, and it was time to change it up. So that's what I'm doing. Changing it up. Giving it new life, because it really looked bad. These were ones that I made, oh my gosh, probably 5 years ago. So, I mean, they basically held it, you know, held up over time. But it's time to just change it up. I'm looking for something to put in the white. These are nice because these are solid and they don't have sparkle all over them, but I'm not liking that. And I think if I put this in, it's just going to be nah. So, there, we'll just go ahead and put little baby's breath with that carnation too, the white. It'll still show. Actually, I have some red. It might work better. Nope. It's pretty close. No, I'm not liking that. I'm just going to do this. And then we'll put a little in amongst the flowers in the watering can. I took a break from cooking. We're making, our boys are coming for dinner with their wives. And we're making meatball sandwiches, sausage sandwiches. My husband made a peanut butter pie. Peanut butter cheesecake pie, or cheese pie. There. And I could use these coming out of the watering can. I think they'd look better than the other. These are, I use these a lot in my designs. They're actually floral beads for like weddings and stuff. Can you see them? I think they would look cute coming out of it. Just looks like it's spraying. If I can get it in there. Actually, I think it worked better if I take them apart and stick them in there individually. There, just a little something extra. Say hello when you pop on. I took a wreath apart, a Patriotic Wreath that I had, just to review. The mesh was fine. It's the stuff that was on it that had faded over time. So I went ahead and took everything off. left the poofs. It's 21-inch poofs on the bottom, and I think it's like 8-inch poofs on the top. I'm just adding a little bit of beading to the, there's like a little watering can in the middle that has carnations on top of it. So I'm just trying to spruce that up a little. Let me go ahead and use these up in here. Nope, not liking that either. Nope, I think I'm just going to stick some of these beads in there too. I'm not sure about that. Just trying to give it a little dimension, a little pop. So you cooking anything, Jess, for today? Thank you. I was afraid after dinner I wouldn't be able to get my Facebook Live in tonight, so I thought now's probably the best time to do it before the kids get here. And after dinner, I'm not going to feel like coming down, probably. So, just better. There, that looks good. Now, I think I'm going to add some tails and possibly a ribbon. I had this on this originally like that. And that really makes this pop, but there's not enough of that to go, well, I have some other choices. I have this, which is like the flag. But this has metallic in it, and I really think, let me see, could use this, could use this, and could use this. Could just make a bow to go with it, and then put something in there. Well, let's make a bow. We can always change it. Again, like I said, I just wanted to do something different with it because it was looking pretty bad. I'm going to start off with the blue. And I'm going to do a 14-inch tail with like a 6-inch loop. Rolls better and doesn't end up on the floor. I'm going to do 3 loops and 2 tails. hope I can get enough out of this ribbon. This is all I have. But I think it gives a little bit of pop, which is what I want. Oops, started on the wrong side. We want to go this way. So and I'm making it just a little bit shorter than the other one. Now this can be used for 4th of July, Labor Day. I mean, it can definitely be used. Okay. We had enough. Make it a little bit shorter in the last row. So maybe I'll be able to get some tails out of it. We'll see. Now, I don't know. I don't think I want that. Let's try this one. This one looks good. You know what? I'm just trying to see what. Nope, not liking that. So maybe we will just do plain white. Keep it simple, right? This is very nice satin ribbon, but I'm hoping it'll hold up. Feels like it has wire in it. I think that's what I want. Okay. I'm going to dovetail the ends. So I started out with a 6-inch loop and then backed it down a little bit each time. I like the solid blue at the back and the solid white at the front. I think they all complement each other just right. And then I'll do some tails. Again, this was a build as I go because it was a wreath base that I had that really looked cruddy. So it was time to swap it out. Hi Deb, how are you? I'll try and turn up. Is that better? How's that? Okay, great. Thank you, Deb. I did ask in the beginning, but that person didn't want to help out. We want to remain anonymous. To recap, Deb, this was an old wreath base that I had that I took apart. Oh, just now. Wow. Well, at least I know it's working. But I've been at it now for 25 minutes, so. But you can always go back and watch it from the beginning. It's just over time, this one had a lot of glittered stars on it, and over time they tend to lose their coloring. They tend to fade out. So I just wanted to use the base, but take apart the rest of it to, there I am shooting stuff at you. I used two kinds of mesh, both 21 inch with 10 inch poofs. I have the metallic on the lower level, and then, yes, at least you're here, and then solid color on the upper level. It originally had some carnations on it in this little pail. So I added the snowball tool, the spackle tool, to it, just because the red needed to be softened up a little. And then I put a carnation in each tie. This is an old wreath base, work wreath, and so it only has 6 ties. Back then, that's what they used to make. I'll say about 6 years ago. So I made my bow, and I'm thinking maybe put the bow over here, but make that the bottom so it looks like the watering cans. I have little beads. I get the floral wedding beads from my distributor, and I added a few here and there up here in the pail, but I thought that looked cute. It kind of looked like it was spraying water out. So if I'll put the bow over here. I think that's the best place for it. It'll make it look like the watering can is on a tilt. And I added dark blue with this red, white, and blue stars, a check, and a solid white. And we started out with like a 14-inch tail on the bow, and we started out with 6-inch loops. Well, there is wire there. There we go. You can spray your items with a good clear coat to save them, but over time the glittery stuff still fades. And I thought it would look better to bring it back, because it was a wreath that I got compliments on a lot, and a lot of people wanted to buy it at the time. And back then I just made them for myself. I didn't make them to sell. Okay, now we'll fluff it out. I took a break from cooking. I know I had to do a live tonight, and I probably won't feel like doing it after dinner, so. And because I have quite a few on my YouTube channel, I kind of like to come on here for a while. I need to do more lives on here, but at this time, with all the puppies, that's a little hard. And this was the original red ribbon with the blue and white stars on it from the original wreath, and it's really held up good. It never faded or anything. Not watching your comments, I'm sorry. Thank you. I like doing the patriotic ones because you can leave them up. Like, you know, you have several times you can put them out. 4th of July, Labor Day. They're very versatile. And I think I'm going to try a rag bow soon, and I think this ribbon, it's wired, but I think it'll really look nice. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put anything in the middle of that. I mean, this is one that held up that didn't fade out. I think it's best just leaving it like it is. Now, let's see how much of this I have. I only have about a yard. So, I could probably get away with doing some 10-inch tails. It's so pretty, you don't want to throw it out. And it complements the 3 ribbons I used. So look at that. We used it in the bow, and we were able to get some tails out of it too. Not bad. Recycle. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I won't need one there. So if I do 4 of this and then 5 of the other, I've got it. And I think this white would look great with this ribbon, and this will go nice with the navy blue. Look at that. We're just creating as we go. So we want 4 of these at 10. And who says your tails have to be, let's see, we might be able to do something different. Nobody says they have to be folded over, right? I know you're all agreeing with me. And I'm cutting this one, and I meant to cut the light one. Oh well, needed to cut those anyhow, so might as well cut them. Alright, so there are the ones that go with the blue ribbon. Now let's cut this, the white. I need 4 of those. 1, 2. I know, I need perfect tails. 3, 4, there we go. Alright. Before I cut the blue ones, let me just try something here. Why can't we just leave them as a streamer coming out? Why do we have to cut them? I mean, fold them in half on top of each other. Why can't I just do them like that? A little crossover with a hang down. I'm going to do that. Just a little crossover. See what I mean by crossover? I'm just going to leave a little bit up top here like that. And then do that. And I can, if I want, I can even put a carnation down on this level. I don't think that looks bad. I kind of like it. What do you think, Deb? What do you think, Jess? Just hanging down. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do. Didn't have any red tubing because I really wanted to put some tubing on this, but I'll find something else to fit in there. I got lots of red stuff, and you never know. Just know, you know when my scheduled Facebook Lives are, usually on Monday at 6:45. So just know, if you cannot find me on Facebook, I will be here on YouTube. Because I still could get thrown in YouTube jail, or Facebook jail, so it's always good to have a backup. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, just hit that little subscribe button, and then when I go live, you'll be notified. But I've been trying to do live here on Wednesday and Mondays on Facebook. But I could swap it up. So usually I have my tails and everything done. I know this is tedious. But this way you see it from almost the beginning. How many of you have been watching my Facebook page with the little puppy, Miss Miracle? Okay. Here we go. Again, I'm going to leave about 1 inch up top, but then I'm just going to cross them over and just let it hang down like a little medallion. I love that idea. Okay. Boy, this ribbon straightens out really nice, too. the one we're recycling. To recap, for those that just joined us, this was a wreath that I'd had, and it had faded over time. The mesh held up really well, but the ornaments and things that were on it didn't. So it's 21-inch mesh. This is an old work wreath frame. It only has 6 on the top and 10 on the bottom. So we went ahead and left the 21-inch mesh, which was done at 10-inch poofs, cut some snowball tulle mesh at 10 inches, and put it on the upper layer with some carnations and baby's breath. I wanted to use the white against the red to soften it a little. There is a watering can in the middle that has carnations in it, and then I added carnations around the upper level. And we recycled this ribbon. This wired ribbon was the original wire ribbon that really held up great. So we recycled that. I made my tails at 10 inches, but I did not fold them in half. I just crossed over and left an inch on the top and let this hang down. I'm going to have to find something white or red to put. It still needs something in here, but I think adding the carnations is just going to be too much. And I don't particularly want to do the glittered items again, because again they faded out over time, but it still needs something down there. I have some of these that might do okay in there, but I think it takes away from the carnations. So once I decide what I'm going to put in there, I will then let you know. I'll take a picture of it and post it at the beginning of the video. But for right now, I accomplished what I set out to do, and that was recycle the wreath and give it something different. Now, I don't know. I don't think the mesh looks, that doesn't look good in there, but I do have red mesh. That just might be too much. I don't know. I'll play with it. But like I said again, or maybe we could just do a bow. Just a bow in each one. Let me see what a white bow in there would look like. And again, you just need to cross that bow over. Just let's see what that would look like. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Deb. You know what? The little red or the little white bow looks really cute in there. It just needs something to pop with the tails and sticking out over top. Maybe I could do white in one, and I do have red shiny ribbon that I could do in the next one. I don't know, it kind of looks kind of cute. Again, it's a satin, so it kind of softens a lot of the look. See? Can you see the little ribbon there? Again, I just folded it over. Let me see. We could put the white in that one and then do this in the other one. So I'm cutting that about 22 inches. That's what we'll do. We'll keep it in. We'll keep the ribbon in the family there, and it's kind of cute with the tail not being totally folded over because the top of the tail sticks out over the ribbon. I think I like that. Thanks for sticking on. You gave me a great idea there. I just dovetailed the wrong ribbon. I dovetailed the white. Can you tell I didn't eat lunch, that I've been in the kitchen cooking all day? I like that. I think that's, see how it looks? And then I'll do the white in over top of these two. And I'll do that all the way around. It's just pretty. So what I say, we did about 20 inches. So you cut it about 20 inches, fold it in half. But I like to do this. I like to take a little loop there and a little loop here and just squeeze it in the middle. And that squeeze in the middle is going over your in your little pipe cleaner there, or work wreath or little thing. There we go. I'm trying to hide these. There we go. And then dovetail the end of that. So there we go. Our recycled wreath is looking pretty fancy. Hi. How are you? You're not going to believe what I got. Katie, yesterday Or not yesterday. Was it yesterday? No. What was yesterday? Yesterday was Sunday. Okay. Saturday, I made 2 trips to the airport, and my new baby finally came in. I got a new breeding female, and I named her Maddie. That poor little thing went from Texas to Alabama on a plane, then Alabama on a train, then back on the train to the Alabama airport, and then back on the plane to Scranton, Pennsylvania. So we picked her up 10:30 at night at the airport. I had a lap nanny who transported her for me, and she did an awesome job. So once I get her bow in her hair and get her all spruced up, I will introduce her. And we did 10-inch tails on the sides, and we did not fold them over. We left about an inch on top and squeezed it just below that inch because I redid this wreath. This is a wreath from several years ago that I had made, and we needed to change it up. And I love the original ribbon, this here. So we didn't have enough of it, so it's just peeking out above the bows that we're putting around all around the side. And there's a little watering can in the top that has some carnations in it and some beads spraying out the spout. So right now we're just putting little bows in over top of the smaller tails. We cut our tails at 10 inches. And like I said, we just left an inch of the tail above the bow. And now we're just filling in with these little bows. And then I think we're done. It's 21-inch mesh at 10-inch poofs all the way around. There's striped on the bottom, red on the top, and then we use the snowball mesh, speckled snowball mesh at the top to soften the white a little, and then added more carnations with some little baby's breath. And we have 3 more to go. I know, she's adorable. You know, she came with the name Macy, which sounds like you're Maisie, but I have a Casey and a Lacey, and I kept calling her Macy, and all 3 of them were coming, so I needed to change her name. And she loves Maddie. She's the type of dog that when you look at her, she looks like she's smiling. She's just so cute. And what a personality. I mean, she has just fit in so well. And I wouldn't expect anything else from the breeder because I've bought 4 dogs from her already, 4 Yorkies. She is my breeder for sure. I wouldn't use anybody else. So, all right, 2 more. A white one, no, 3 more. But she is adorable. She's 6 or 7 months old. Because the one I have that just had puppies, she's going to be spayed. And that'll leave me 1 breeding female. So I prefer to have 2. So my Casey will be retired. And it will be Tootsie and the new Miss Maddie. But what a trip. We were supposed to go to Allentown, so we took off for Allentown, and then she got bumped from the plane. So then she called and said, I'm going to take her by train to my brother's who lives in Alabama, and then when it's time to fly out, I'll go back. So we came back home and sat and waited for the second call. And she did awesome. Never got sick. She loves to go in the car. And little Miracle, our little girl, the one that was born premature, her eyes opened and her ears are open now. So she's doing fantastic. I appreciate all of you. Aw, thank you. I know you got my back. Because you know I got yours. There are some cruel people on here sometimes. And they don't need to say stuff if they don't want to hear what I have to say back. My table looks like a hot mess right now. But that's what happens when you're creating. Like I said, I was cooking, and my normal time is Monday night on Facebook, and I thought, you know what, you want to redo this wreath, just jump on, get it done, and then you don't have to worry about shooing everybody out early from dinner, because my boys and their wives are coming. Okay, so we did the 10-inch tails. We let an inch of the tail stick up above the tie, so it's just peeking out over top of these little bows because it needed something. And I think we're done. Woohoo! Killed two birds with one stone. Got my live done and got my bow looking pretty good. I mean my wreath looking pretty good. These tails are too long. There we go. So we got carnations and baby's breath in here and a little one. What do you think? Not bad for an hour. I may go ahead and curl some of these up, but I think we're good, people. And thank you for joining me. It's so appreciated. There we go. We got ourselves a wreath. And we didn't go conventional. We just let those tails stick up an inch above the little bows. I didn't fold them in half, because basically I wanted to reuse the ribbon it originally had on it, and we didn't have enough. So what the heck? There's no rule that says we have to fold them in the middle. We just want them peeking out up top, right? I keep forgetting to look at my screen. I get a little carried away now with this Mevo. I'm not used to it. So there you go. This will sit off to the side. No, this way. There we go. Now it's the way it's supposed to hang. Thank you, Deb. Appreciate it. All right. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. I'm going back into the kitchen to cook some more. My husband made a peanut butter cream cheese pie for the kids. So that'll be a big hit. Okay, and don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you want to share or spread the love, I can say share on here. It would really be appreciated. Okay? Thank you. We'll see y'all soon. Wednesday afternoon at 2, okay? All right. You too, Deb. Thanks. Thanks, Katie.